When I decided that I wanted to have a transplant, I called a transplant center, and that's how I started getting enrolled. The transplant center took my call, and that's how I started my evaluation.
You have to go down and have the team at the transplant center interview you. They ask you a lot of health questions. They type and cross-match your blood to get a match.
What you have to do is go through a transplant evaluation, have blood work, EKGs, cardiac stress tests, chest x-rays, a number of things to make sure that you're healthy enough to undergo the surgery and that it will benefit you in the long term so that you can live many, many years. The main thing that has to be done, though, is that each patient has to be responsible for his own health at this point. That patient has to call. That patient needs to make sure that everything is proceeding. Each patient needs to be his own advocate.
The evaluation for the transplant takes a long time. It's not that you're going to make a phone call and it's going to be there for you. You're going to be put on the list. No, it takes a long time. So I always said, even if you do not want a transplant, get involved into the evaluation, get involved with the transplant, because in that period of time, it's about a year for you to get on the waiting list. So in that time, you might change your mind, and then you might decide to have a transplant, but you have saved a lot of time.
After your evaluation is complete and you've been accepted as a transplant candidate, you should receive a phone call from your transplant coordinator and a letter from the transplant center telling you that you are on the transplant list.